Hello student, I'm teaching you the chapter flower. Okay, and in previous video I had told you the male part of the flower, that is androecium, and today I will start with the female part, that is known as a gynoecium. Okay, so let's start our topic, gynoecium of the flower. Now gynoecium is located in the center of the flower. Okay, so gynoecium is located on the basal part of the flower and center part of the flower. So it is located on the center of the flower, and it is the female reproductive organ called gynoecium or carpel. So it is a female reproductive organ of the flower, and it is also called as a carpel. So gynoecium and carpel are both the same, and gynoecium or carpel are the female reproductive organ of the flower, which is located on the center of the flower. Okay, now a flower is composed of one or more carpuses. So a flower, either flower is having one carpels, means one female reproductive part, or more than one female reproductive part, that is carpel. That is why this line is written over here: a flower is composed of one or more carpels. Okay, now the free occurring units of the carpels in a flower are called pistils. So free occurring units of the flower are called pistil. Now you will ask me, sir, what is free occurring units? So I will teach you with the help of diagram. Here you can see the diagram of the female reproductive organ, that is a gynoecium, and here you can see this stigma, this swollen part, this is a style, and this part is known as a ovary. Okay, and inside the ovary there is another sac like structure, the oval sac like structure, in which eggs or ovule are present. These eggs are known as a ovule. So ovule are present inside the ovary. So stigma, style, ovule and ovary, these are the four part of the gynoecium, and these four parts are combined together and known as a pistil. Okay, so understood this? The free occurring units means stigma, style, ovule and ovary, these are known as these parts combined together and known as a pistils. Okay, got it? Now move forward. Each carpel is a flask shaped. Here you can see this is a carpel, this is a gynoecium. So the shape of the carpel is flask like structure. That is why the shape of the gynoecium is flask shaped structure, and it consists of three parts. Number one, stigma, style, and third one is ovary. So this structure is flask shaped and having three parts: stigma, style and ovary as well. Okay, now start with the first part, that is the stigma. It is the tip of the carpel. So it is the tip of the carpel, upper part of the carpel, that is a stigma, which is slightly swollen. Okay, so this is slightly swollen and usually sticky. So this is a swollen part, and the nature of the stigma is that this is sticky. Why this is sticky? Because it is meant for the receiving pollen grains. Who produces the pollen grains? Androecium. Androecium is the male part of the flower, and it produces the pollen grain, and these pollen grains are received by the stigma. Why? Because of the stigma, because stigma is sticky in nature. Okay, understood this? And their germination, when pollen grains are stick in the stigma, the germination will be started. Okay, after the fertilization, the germination of the pollen grains are started, and new flower will be germinate, or new flower will be produced. Okay, so the nature of the stigma is sticky because of their pollination. Okay, now receiving the pollen grains and their germination. Okay, now second point is style. It is a long tubular stalk that connects stigma with ovary. So the structure of the style is tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is known as a style, and this connects stigma and ovary to each other. So this tube-like structure is known as a style. Okay. Now third point, ovary. It is the swollen basal part of the carpel. So this part is swollen. This is a swollen basal part. Basal part is swollen, and this is a swollen and basal part of the gynoecium, and this part is known as a ovary. Okay. Now the ovary may be divided into either a single chamber unilocular or many chambers multilocular. So here you can see this with the diagram. You can see this. This is a structure of the ovary. This is a swollen part, swollen basal part, and this is the style. Okay, this will be the style, and this swollen part. If the swollen part is not divided, means there is only one chamber is present over here. So if the basal part or ovary is not divided and one chamber is present, that condition is known as a unilocular. But if the ovary is divided into more than one chamber, like this, so here you can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 chambers are there. That is why such type of ovary is known as a multilocular. Okay, understood this? When ovary is not divided, that condition is unilocular, and ovary is divided more than one chamber, that is a multilocular. Okay. Now each chamber contains one or more rounded egg-like structure called ovules. So this is a ovary. Here you can see this. This is a ovary. Okay, and there is a chamber inside there. Okay, and in this chamber there is a rounded egg cell or egg are there. So these are the eggs, rounded egg, and these rounded eggs are known as a ovule. Okay, these rounded eggs are known as a ovule. That is why here written is the rounded egg like structure called ovule. So this is a ovule, and this swollen part is known as a ovary. So ovule are present inside the ovary, and ovule are the eggs. Okay. Now which called ovules, which on maturity produces seeds. So when these ovules gets mature after the fertilization, these ovules get mature, and these ovule gets converted into the seeds. So after maturation, this ovules gets converted into the seeds. Okay. Now each ovule encloses a large oval structure called embryo sac. So these ovules are encloses a circular chamber. Okay, so this circular chamber is known as a embryo sac. Okay, this chamber, this rounded chamber you can see here. You can see this. These are the ovules, but ovules are enclosed in a circular chamber. This chamber is known as a embryo sac. So that rounded structure called embryo sac. So I believe this much you have understood. Now see the functions of the gynoecium. Let's start. The hollow cavity of ovary contains ovules. So this thing I have told you recently that this hollow cavity contains the ovule. Okay, and now each ovule contains an egg cell. So each ovule contain egg cell. These are the eggs. These are the these black points you can see. These rounded black are the eggs. Okay, so each ovule contains eggs, Okay, third point, the position and length of the style bearing stigma is such that it helps in the pollination. So here you can see this, the diagram of the carpel, that is the position and length of the style is in such a manner that it helps in the pollination. तो स्टाइल की जो पोजीशन है, जो लेंथ है, वो इतनी होती है कि इसमें पॉलिनेशन आराम से हो सके. ठीक है, तो the length and position of the style is present in such a manner by which it can help in the pollination easily. Now next point is, last point is, the stigma is structurally adapted to receive or trap the pollen grains. So स्ट्रक्चरली अडॉप्टेड मतलब स्टिग्मा का स्ट्रक्चर ही ऐसा होता है. दैट इज वाई द लाइन रिटन ओवर हियर स्ट्रक्चरली अडॉप्टेड. स्ट्रक्चरली अडॉप्टेड का मतलब जो इसका स्ट्रक्चर है स्टिग्मा का, वो इस तरीके का होता है दैट कैन ईजिली receive the pollen grains. So I believe this much you have understood about the gynoecium. I will teach you more in my next video. I will come back with a very new topic. Till then, prepare it. Thank you.